Okay, off the top of your head, what do you think occupational therapy is?
Occupational therapy is probably something to do with, I really have no idea, to be honest.
I don't know, I guess, therapy is like physical therapy, but it's distinguished more to a particular thing rather than, over the entirety of somebody's physical. It focuses on one thing. Rather than, over the entirety of somebody's physical.
I have no idea.
What do you think it is?
I guess something to do with anatomy, bones, and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it where I know you like work with patients on, I want to say it's like hands-on stuff maybe, stuff like that.
Y'all be feeling on people.
Oh, okay.
Y'all take care of people who got bad bodies and stuff.
It's to help people to be able to be like therapy. Learn how to walk again, learn how to do their everyday living. Like if they've had a stroke, you teach them how to.
Like if you're in an accident or something and they try to help you regain your skills that you lost.
Maybe like helping people with their personal disorders, their psychological issues that they have, just things of that nature, anything that they need help with in general.
I've actually been to physical therapy, physical therapy. It's more like your arms and shoulders.
I think it's a similarity to physical therapy, except to maybe a little bit more strings attached to it.
I went to physical therapy, so whatever you do with your job.
Like rehabilitation?
Occupational therapy is when you take an occupation and you give it a massage and try to make it feel better.
I honestly have no idea. I think what I heard occupational therapy is someone who comes into your home unexpectedly. Thank you.
Occupational therapy is client-centered rehabilitation to get someone back to their highest potential. So let's say a person had a stroke, a CVA. We're not just going to focus on getting that one side back to normal. We're going to focus on their whole body, on adapting things, on compensating to get them to their highest ability.
Occupational therapy is a really broad term, but my definition would be just to get the client back to their best functionality, whatever that may be. It's very client-centered and it varies person to person. It's very holistic. It's not only treating them on the outside, but it's also the inside too, taking into consideration their feelings and what really matters to them.
Occupational therapy is a profession that develops different treatment techniques to help a person maintain, develop, and regain different daily activities such as bathing, washing their clothes, fixing their hair, whatever they're used to doing that they can't do anymore or having problems doing. We come up with different treatments and techniques to get them back to that independent living.
Good. There's a joke that I remember when I was in college that said, how do you make an OT stutter? You ask them what they do. And it's kind of true, but it's sad that we all stutter. But I think that's one of the great things about OT is that we do so many things that it is hard to just define OT. I typically tell people that we help people live. It's all the life skills. Making sure that people can lead as independent a life as possible, regardless of their disability and regardless of what stage in life they're in.
Occupational therapy is when the therapist is helping the patient to become as independent as possible with activities of daily living or anything that the patient wants to get involved in, such as feeding, bathing, showering, toileting, anything that they normally do at home and they need to get back to doing those kind of things.
Occupational therapy is a professional career choice that I believe works primarily in the rehabilitation area of caring for patients that need to develop and relearn how to care for themselves and to do activities of daily living, as well as get them on the right track to how to reorganize their life after change.
Occupational therapy, as you can tell from some of the answers, can be described in many ways. According to Webster's Dictionary, OT is a treatment that helps people who have physical or mental problems learn to do activities of daily living.
ADLs are activities of daily living, and those are so many different things. Dressing, putting on your shirt, putting on your pants, your socks, getting in and out of your tub, washing your hair, brushing your teeth, cranking up your car, putting on your seatbelt. So many different things.
ADLs are activities of daily living. Do you want to get some examples of it?
Sure. You can do this, just like doing the laundry, taking a bath, cooking your favorite kind of cake, playing golf, playing baseball, basically just doing the things that you like to do.
ADLs are activities of daily living, things such as grooming yourself or cooking or taking care of a family or education for kids such as school and play and things like that.
OT do you see yourself in?
The great thing about OT is you can really work anywhere with anyone. I think I'm more interested in kids. I was really interested in mental health, but I'm not so sure anymore.
I see myself in the mental health setting. I think once you get in this program, you have a lot of opportunities to see what setting you really fit into. I've loved mental health setting. A lot of people love peds. Some people like inpatient, some like outpatient. But once you get in this program, you'll have plenty of opportunities to figure out which setting really fits you.
I think that I would really enjoy geriatrics, which is working with older people in the nursing homes or in hospitals, maybe even home health. That's a really big area now, and I think I would really enjoy it. I want to work in peds because I want to make a difference for the children who don't have anything because their family doesn't believe in getting help for them because they believe nothing's wrong with them.
For me, I want to work with patients who have had strokes, who's had traumatic brain injuries, who's had really bad things that happened to them. I think the main reason why I want to work with them is because they're so versatile. Number one, there's so much different things going on with those people, and it's different for every person, even though they have something similar or in common. Like if someone has a stroke, every stroke's different.
I see myself in the rehab, ortho rehab. I like the mechanics, I like the biomechanics of working your arm or your leg to get it back to where it needs to be. What would you work in?
Mental health.
Figures.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, I'm Krista. I'm from the occupational therapy department. I actually see myself working in geriatrics. I really like the elderly population, and I can't wait to bring some fun into the nursing home. That's it. Is that good?
I have been an OT for, oh, you're going to make me do the math. I graduated in 1990, so 10, 20, 24 years. What's my favorite thing about OT? Probably how diverse it is, that no 2 days are ever the same, that you really can't get burned out in OT because there are so many different avenues that you can pursue. For instance, I did adult rehab for so many years, but now I'm in education. I know a woman that did education with us, and then she went back and did pediatrics. So there's so many different avenues that you can go, and just, it's so diverse. That's probably the biggest thing. The program graduated its first class in 1997, and I have taught every class except the very first one. So I've been here since January of 97. I was adjunct, then I was part-time, then I was fieldwork coordinator, and I've been the program director. This is my 5th year as program director. That's a good question. Probably some of the most important things are good problem solvers, students that take initiative and try and seek out the answer on their own. And then there has to be that element of creativity and caring. I think there are definitely people that are more suited for OT versus PT, and the other way around. And sometimes when those people try to be the other, the match isn't there. And that's not a bad thing. It's, you know, a good thing. But I think there are definitely qualities of OTs that are a little bit different. I think we tend to be more touchy-feely, more personable, more, not more caring, but just more holistic too, and that we're really looking at their whole life. It's very important to notice the title. An OTA is an occupational therapy assistant, not an occupational therapist assistant. So you are assisting the therapy, not the therapist. And I think that OTs and OTAs have a very good collaborative working relationship. I have not been in a situation or ever heard of a situation where it was really, I'm the OTR, you're the COTA. That just doesn't happen in OT. It's very much a team effort. And really, COTAs can pretty much do everything that OTRs can do, except that real evaluation stuff and really interpreting those evaluative results. But even then, in conjunction with the OT, it's a team effort to come up with that plan and that treatment plan and discuss the problems and stuff.
The difference between an OTR and an OTA is the level of education that you get. An OTR is a registered occupational therapist. You get your master's degree in OT. There is no bachelor's in OT. You have to be a health science major, so that's biology, chemistry, things like that. An OTA is an occupational therapy assistant. You actually get your associate's degree for that one. You do 2 years of coursework for it, and then you join a program.
OT is more focused on the upper extremities, and it's more about function and getting your, like after someone's had a stroke, it's more about getting them back to functioning more independently. And the PT seems to be more focused on the lower extremities, and they're more biomechanical. Like as long as you can do the correct motions, you should be fine. But OT focuses on, can you do what you want to do instead.
Physical therapy is more of like strength-based and lower body, and it's more focusing on like how you can do things more than a holistic approach like occupational therapy. And it's we base more on function, and you know, if you really want to do something, we want to be able to help you do that instead of just strength and walking and stuff like that. We would like take you to a kitchen if you wanted to learn how to cook again, and do stuff like that. You can go ahead, Krista.
I agree with what she said.
My favorite part of the OTA program are the friends that I've made throughout last year and this year.
My favorite thing, which it's things, there's a lot of things I like in this program, and one of them is definitely the connection I have with all of the classmates. It really does become a family and you depend on one another. And another thing is, although the program can be hard, it really does prepare you for what it's going to be like when you're on your own.
One of my favorite parts would definitely be all the friendships I have had while we're here. And then I would definitely say field work, working with the elderly, and now we're getting the experience of working with children, so I definitely like that.
My favorite thing about the program is learning different aspects of what OT can do, working in pediatrics, working in mental health, working in orthopedics, working in home health. It's just such a variety we can do, and the program allows us to get a taste of everything, a little taste of variety of everything.
My favorite thing about the OT program is the people that I've met and the friendships that I've made throughout the program, and also learning about what profession this profession that I'm going to be doing in the future, and just enjoying every minute of it.
My favorite thing about the program is all the projects we do. It's really hands-on and it really gets you thinking outside the box rather than just taking tests and writing papers all the time.
My favorite thing would probably be my friends and the relationships that I've made through it all. So I feel like that's going to be important after you get out and you're into the field, just to have really good connections and know that you have support.